Worse than a cliffhanger, we were several seconds over, so that's gonna have to. Okay, where was I? Okay, so Fabian was the guy who kind of introduced the whole, Deadpool's brain is constantly being remade.
Yeah.
And that's leading to him being crazy. So that's my one complaint about it. Other than that, though, man, I loved. Some people complain about Fabian that he was too campy. I don't.
Deadpool's a campy character.
Exactly.
Okay, that. If you don't like camp, leave. Don't. But,
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. There was one guy who's going to remain nameless who was on the Deadpool Bugle who was always like, I hate camp. Deadpool should never be camp. I'm like,
if this movie was being made 10 years ago, it'd be playing him, not Ryan Reynolds, it'd be Bruce Campbell. That
would be awesome.
It's a matter of fact. But he's too old to play him now, which is unfortunate. We should clone Bruce Campbell. That's what we should do.
That would be great.
But yeah, the only complaint I have with him is that he did retcon pretty much all that Joe Kelly tried to set up with he actually is Wade Wilson. Dooper dooper doo. But and that story made absolutely no sense.
Yeah.
If you look at Deadpool's origin, none of it fits with that anymore. That's why I tried so hard to work it into that origin video.
Yeah.
And it doesn't quite make sense. But
I actually love that issue. Just
it's a great issue. It just doesn't make any fucking sense.
Oh yeah, so totally doesn't.
Yeah.
I kind of like the idea that he was trying to retcon it because I don't know. As great as Joe Kelly was, I wasn't a big fan of Deadpool not actually being Wade. But that would make a great. Maybe we should have just all let him go with it because then if it wasn't Wade, he could have gotten a different name and maybe we could have weaseled. They could have gotten the some of the property rights away from Liefeld on that.
Yeah.
And then we'd hear less, Slade jokes.
Yeah.
Moving on, or
yeah, we'll move on.
Okay. The next set. Oh, Kevin Smith.
Oh, Kevin. Kevin. I saw a lot of those on there, and I wanted to reply to those comments, but I was like, no, I'm gonna wait until this because that would be definitely the right thing to do. I love Kevin Smith. I've been a big fan of him ever since he started making movies, and I was like 5, or whatever. But it's just he can, like I said, he can write the comedy, but he can't write action. He's never written action before.
Mm-hmm.
He's even said that himself. It would not be a good idea for him to.
Yeah.
He can write comic books. He can write comedy movies, but I don't think he could write an action movie. His runs on Daredevil and his runs on Green Arrow, freaking brilliant. If you haven't read them, do.
I've been wanting to. But I'm not a big DC fan, but actually since Smallville, I'm really starting to like Green Arrow, and everyone said check out his Kevin Smith's Green Arrow one. So I've been wanting to check that one out.
He made Green Arrow cool for me. I was always a Hawkeye guy until I read Kevin Smith's Green Arrow run.
Really?
And now I'm a big Green Arrow guy. So
that's cool. Yeah, I'm gonna have to check those out one day. Hopefully they have them in trade, and I can pick them up.
Yeah, I know the Daredevil one is at least in trade because I read that in trade.
Oh, cool.
But I don't know about the Green Arrow.
All right.
So.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, but that's my opinion on Kevin Smith. If they wanted to have him be in the movie, I think that would be great.
Yeah.
But I don't think he even want to write the Deadpool movie.
Yeah, I don't know if he's a fan.
Yeah, I mean he might be, but I don't think he would want to write.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna just agree with you 100% and add nothing else. All right. Next was whoever the person was who did Punisher Warzone.
Yes, that I could see that because I'm not gonna lie, I was a big fan of Punisher Warzone. I did not like the first Punisher movie
With Thomas Jane.
Yeah, I thought he was a good fit for the actor, but the second Punisher movie captured the Punisher. The Punisher's not supposed to be a likable guy. He's supposed to be the guy who gets shit done.
Yeah.
And they tried to make him a world-class hero in the first movie, and then they definitely deviated away from that in the second one.
Yeah. Oh, I loved. Did you see who is it? Blinky 500? Is that his name? His Punisher video he did. If you guys haven't seen it, go check it out. Blinky 500, is that his name?
Yeah, Blinky 500. Yeah, he's a friend of mine.
He's got a Deadpool fan film coming up soon, doesn't he? Didn't I hear that rumor somewhere?
I think people have asked him to do it, but I don't know if he is or not. If he does, I can't wait to see it because all of his work is just great.
And the girl in his videos is hot.
He knows some hot takes.
No kidding. Yeah. I don't know. I really actually Thomas Jane's is one of my favorite comic book movies. But I was never a huge Punisher fan, so I never really knew if it would fit him all that well. I still haven't seen Punisher Warzone, so I'm gonna need to check that one out.
Oh, yeah, like definitely. It's ridiculously campy and ridiculously exaggerated.
That would be perfect.
Yeah, it's perfect that way. Like I think if they got the director from Punisher War, the only problem with Punisher Warzone is that it was R, and so it didn't make a lot of money.
Yeah.
And so Marvel was like, oh, we made an R movie and people didn't go see it, so we're not going to do it anymore.
Yeah.
And
actually, that's kind of a good side topic real quick right there. What's your thoughts on what kind of rating Deadpool should be shooting for?
I think they could do it with PG-13. I would like to see it R,
Same here.
But I want to see this movie make money too.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think they can get away with PG-13. Like have the action sequences just not have blood. Deadpool's not a guy who like curses up a storm. He's been known to curse before.
Yeah.
But it's always with the asterisks and stuff. And so I think they could easily get away with the PG-13. It doesn't like there are so many people like, oh, it has to be R. It has to be R. It doesn't have to be R.
I'm one of those. I gotta admit, I'm one of those guys who's definitely was in that camp of it's got to be R until you start looking at the money factor too. Because it'd be great. I really want to see a Deadpool movie, but I always dare to dream to see a Deadpool franchise. And I think in order to get a franchise, we'd probably need PG-13s. Yeah. Maybe save the last one, make that one R.
Yeah, go out with a bang.
Yeah.
Sure, but I'd like to see more from him, and I don't think if I thought it was impossible to do it without R, then yeah, definitely. Like so many people say, oh, I want to see Carnage in Spider-Man 4. Well, if they want Carnage, that movie has to be R.
Yeah.
They can't do a PG-13 Carnage. It just wouldn't work. But I don't think a PG-13, or I do think a PG-13 with Deadpool would work.
Yeah.
So,
I got to be honest, though. I kind of miss the idea, or not the ideas. I kind of miss the days when you knew how good a movie would be based on its rating. Like, I remember when I was in my teens, which was some point in the 90s, we would do that. We would skip movies if they got a PG-13 rating. And we were, of course, under 18, so we'd have to find ways to get into the other ones. But we just skip them straight out. We're like, it's not worth it. They've really kind of come a long way since then in getting the PG-13 movies better.
Yeah, like I think they've also become more lenient with a couple things that used to be that if you had this, it would be an R. Yeah. But now, like more of that stuff seeping into PG-13 zone.
You can now say "fuck" as long as you say it in really slow motion and you're a hot chick. Ooh. All right, next one, and we had two that kind of almost the same but followed each other. I had I had one Daniel Way, and then almost immediately before or after I had fuck Daniel Way.
Yeah,
fuck Daniel Way.
I'm in the fuck Daniel Way. Though I will say Daniel Way's
he's improving.
Recent story arcs were really fucking good.
Yeah,
but I do not want to see a Daniel Way movie.
Yeah,
so
and I don't want to see Daniel as Deadpool. I would hate to, I think, I just still think he completely misunderstands the character. He's getting better with it. Meat Suit was hilarious. I laughed hard at that part. But I don't think he's got the chops to pull off enough comedy to pull off Deadpool in general, let alone a Deadpool movie.
Yeah, I think we'll save more of this for later, but it's just I think he misses the mark pretty much all levels. He kind of took the depth out of the character, and he took some of the, he can write the action, but he can't write the comedy and he can't write the depth until issue 15. Issue 15 was really deep.
Yeah.
I really liked it. But
we'll save that for our vlog. Moving on, someone recommended Steven Spielberg.
Steven Spielberg is a director.
Yeah.
He's not a writer.
Yeah,
he wrote some of his really early on stuff, but it's not funny.
Yeah.
I would love to see Steven Spielberg executive producing it, or something, but not writing or directing his movie. Not his bag.
Exactly. Next we had Mark Miller or Mark Millar, depending on how you pronounce it. I guess he did Wanted.
I think it is Miller. I think that's the Irish pronunciation of it.
Okay.
But I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, comment on this video.
Thoughts on Mark?
Mark Miller's really, really freaking good at writing the story. What if the villains won? Other than that, I don't really think he can write anything all that interesting. Like all of his stories that are really good are about what if the villains won and it's ruled by villains.
Yeah, which may kind of lend itself nice to Deadpool. Yeah. Which I don't know. I still like him better as a mercenary and slightly on the bad guy side than I do him being the hero.
I like him on the line. Like he's trying to be one or the other and not quite fitting in either category. I don't like the hero Deadpool that they've made him now. Like I like the conflict that's within him.
Exactly.
Like villain that's trying to get out, but he's still trying to look like a villain or like a hero at the same time.
Oh, stopping you. Hold on.